All right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2. My phone storage just gave out. Where I was, I don't know, but for these stickers that I had used or wanted to use, I kind of like put them all throughout like some of my pages that like are for the next week in my books and stuff like that. Let me see. I also glued that. I did that. I was just kind of like messing with stuff. What is my husband saying? So yeah, I'm just going through this morning, and this was some of the stuff that I did in part 1. Just decorating for the last week of decor in this November book, and then it goes straight into fall. So I also have to go upgrade my phone. I didn't want to, but I have to because I only have 256 gig on this phone, and somehow it's just yeah, not working. If this here gets too much. This is my Boss Babe Madison from Foxy Fix. I've had this a long time. I love it. It molds around all my stuff. But if it gets too big for this upcoming month, what I do is just take this out and probably go to my TN composite. I mean the TN Traveler's Notebook from Moterm, you know, the big one. I also forgot, if I didn't mention, I cut this Oxford composition notebook down, I think last night, to kind of like steady the pages right here where it's flat. Because had I not, when I start writing towards the back, it's going to get real rough. But because when I start a book, I always go from the back to the front, and then I work my way through, and then that's how like I get full function of the whole book. So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about in terms of my system for this is October, this is November. Christmas book is definitely probably going to be that either Stalogy or some type of book that I can totally depend on, that's reliable, because that's ending the end of the year. So I am also going to write here, upgrade phone, because I need like the 500 some odd gig that they offer. I also found, right, my 0.35, this is a needle point, and I wanted to see how it wrote on here. I'm just gonna be like testing needle point, and then sorry for the abrupt ending. Again, my phone just went kaput. So but sometimes with my weeks, using this needle point is like better. I don't know, it's because I still have to like play with this here. See? Yeah. Let me show you. It gets really dark. Can you see that? What did we do yesterday? Let me just go quickly backline this stuff. So I had a call at 4:30 that was with the school. I FaceTimed with the kids for like 2 hours, I swear. And then like we went to Chick-fil-A. So see, for like the weeks, I can write a lot smaller, so I can get in the nook and crannies of the actual what you call it. So I got Happy Mail, and then I started decor for ofrenda. So see how I can get in there more. So this pen definitely is good for here. So I am trying to make my weeks come alive. I am really trying to get to the November start date, which is like, I think it starts, what, the newer one probably starts right here. So I am trying to just like get towards the end, but I'm like, usually in September I start the book. I also have the Kinbor, and let me grab that because that pink Kinbor, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this. And I forgot again my Moleskine, so that's probably gonna be a whole different video. But this thing is pretty not cute. So more than likely, that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna glue that back. Because this is the one that goes in my purse. You know what I mean? And man, it's pretty bright. I didn't think it was gonna be like that bright, like boom. So, and the cover, it's really cheap, but it's durable. I feel like it's cheap. And then I do like the Kinbor because they come with these pockets, but it's fairly flimsy. Oh my gosh, that didn't stick back. Wow. All right, let's use the big Mama Jamma, which is this shiz. Surely this one should stick back. I'm gonna put my ring back. So yeah. The only thing I don't like about this Kinbor, which, because I was going to get another one, is this. I mean, obviously that'll be covered, or sometimes I don't even use this enough to justify a really nice, I just need the calendar portion in my how you call it? My purse. So in terms of the weeks, I really am trying the Hobonichi weeks to just not buy a 2026. I know that sounds dumb, because I always do, because I'm just not using it. But I'm always an April start. In April start gal, I will totally, I wish they did the Hobonichi weeks and an academic start. Well, they do. That's April start. No, I'm saying like July through, like our academic start, because they start theirs because in April, because that's their school year. So anyhow, that could possibly be cute for like post-it notes. What I don't like is that the 2026 is right here. I don't like that. I'm like, why? Why don't you put 2026 over here? So yeah, I never really use these. So yeah, it would literally be like that. And so see, look at that. And that was just for me breaking it in. Wow, that looks like that. That is kind of struggling there. But again, I mean, if it completely breaks down, like dang, then I can't use it. But I'm not gonna be completely, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't utilize this one in my purse a lot. The paper's nice, but I really do use the calendar when I'm out and about. It's very light. And so this starts, yeah, the 29th. And then you've got your note paper. So this is the Kinbor. So that's you get about 50 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I want to use this. So I'm gonna keep that in there. So that's that. That's gonna go back on my shelf. Let let me move these over because I've got this campus book here and I'm trying to see, like, I'm going to save this because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. And this could be the 6 for my classes because, like, this is super thin. And I'm like, if I did any planner for school, I think it would have to be like a B6 Slim or like, because it still would need to be kind of portable. And to be fair, I only would need a monthly for school. A weekly, all of that stuff is going to go in my main book. How I could possibly do that in my main book is make a section called school, just like I have school for Sophia. What I've done in the past when I was in school and I was in my system, because it was 2020 when I was in school last, and I was already in my system like a couple months or whatever. What I did was I used one side for her and the other side for me. And all I did was have like a small little weekly, and I was able to see what was due when. I mean, this is going to be a smaller situation where it's like 5 weeks. So a course every 5 weeks. So I do 5 weeks on, 5 weeks off, 5 weeks on, 5 weeks off. So it's not going to like hit me a lot, you know what I mean, as far as coursework. But I could definitely just kind of, if I want to pre-plan. And then I would never put my school stuff in my month unless I was like traveling or going somewhere, doing internship or whatever. But school, if and when I do start, definitely would be weaved into my main system. So I've got this here. I'm going to go put this back in with my rest of my little Muji Campus Stalogy thin books and keep those over there. And then also, you guys remember, I've got the those little noties that I bought. And I bought them in all different sizes. So I have it in like B6, A5, and a little pocket. So say, for instance, I really truly need just, you know, wait, this is 2025, isn't it? Yeah. It is 2025. I would have to redate the whole thing because I didn't buy them for 2026. Oh, memories. They're all 2025. And then I have that huge daily. So another contender couldn't be like a week's. Because like, yeah, that works. I've also utilized rings, personal rings, can we talk? I think this stuff needs to go in this one. This is my like mental health little doodad. And these are heavily script related. See, I wrote so much. And I use that a lot when I'm struggling. So like I've been using, this is support, these are scripts. Like in a tizzy, when I'm struggling, I use like marriage and personal a lot. I don't use social and faith and dump. So I'm thinking about taking these sections out. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it's like these sections, and keep that in. So as I keep going along with this, and I have been using it, I'm not showing you guys because that is super duper personal. I also thought like for school, this standard is academic. And it's from Sterling Ink. But the problem with this is that it's standard. So if I do any other things, it would jack it up. Okay, so let's backtrack some of this. So again, you guys know I write stuff. That was a stupid shutdown. And then I had a call with school at 4:30 p.m. We went to Chick-fil-A. And then I forgot what I did there. So there's no flight for my husband because they said they furloughed his whole unit, which I'm like astonished. Like what? Furlough hubs unit. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Y'all need to, the stuff that is happening in the US is so sad. Like, I'm pretty sure people from other countries are like, look at these freaking nincompoops. What is happening with them? But, ooh, look at the boba. Do I have a boba bear? Oh, I already did that one. I like this boba. So, we might. We're talking about Discovery Green or the Woodlands tomorrow. Like, just for as a family. Sunday, that's when we're possibly might go to my in-laws. And we're gonna write that in black. I don't know where I got this pen. It's like, I think I got it at Daiso. In-laws barbecue. If so, I'm making Deja come. She's like, what's going on? How come I have to come? What I'm going to probably put over here is a Daiso run. You see how shit is getting pretty crazy here. I utilize that pen. This is the Uniball Jetstream. Really, that's my main pen. And so is this one. So, this one I just found in my stash somewhere. So, what's going on here? With great responsibility comes great anxiety. Oh my gosh, so true. Due to unfortunate circumstances, I'm awake. My 5 moves. Never laugh at your wife choices. You're one of them. Oh, I gotta use these. Maybe these should go in November's book. I'm gonna put them over here just because they're hilarious. To be fair, I'm gonna write right here. Let's do whatever this color. No, let's do red. Been obsessed again with B5. I am so afraid to buy a B5 Stalogy because I am afraid I'm going to want to set it up and use it for November. And I already have the November. Kind of like how I want it and all that stuff. And the problem with that is, knowing me, I will set it up and go jump ship. Stop petting my peeves. So true. So I have the small one and I have the B6 Slim one. The B6 Slim sticker book one doesn't come in B6 Slim size. I cut it. But this little passport one does, and I've been using it in this one. Like, I touch this a couple times a week. I don't touch them a whole lot. This a whole lot. I've been using it. It's an academic. Super cute, in my opinion. So I've been like really sticking with it because it doesn't take long. And so I think that is why I'm not using my my Hobonichi Weeks, because this is a week's. It's just bigger. It's just the whole thing. It looks like a week's. So I tend to like that better because I felt like I could write with it more. The problem is when it comes to next month, being in a standard and a standard, that usually jacks with me. So I'm just gonna put clean. Family time. Get it in. We usually try to do that. I'm trying to like kind of be pretty fast. I'm gonna write right here anniversary plans, because our anniversary is on the 23rd and I need to figure that out. I swear, I told my husband last night, we both couldn't get to sleep. We just kept laughing. But I told him, I was like, we had the giggles. I want a James Avery necklace, homie. I'm probably going to get it myself. So I get upset kind of that I don't use these monthlies. And I really want to try somehow. So they give you June. I glued July because I think Sheila used it. But here's August. Look at these beautiful tabs. I'm pretty much going to probably steal them if I don't use them. And then I've been doing dailies like once a week or so because I'm trying to save a lot for the next year. You know what I mean? Like, I want to at least save a pretty decent amount because it is an academic. So I really, really, really love this one. And I've been using it a lot in this here. I shouldn't close it because if I close it, it's going to be a problem. This is a Bassie & Co. I got that from, Sheila. Oh, let's put this back in there. Okay, and one last thing I wanted to touch on was the freaking A6. You guys saw me go back and forth. I'm just going to kind of leave this one alone because A6 is a size that I've been in with my system too. So I think I'll just leave this alone and put it on the shelf and then use that half ear. Because this is something that I have used for sure. And the half ear is over here. So, sorry. I definitely want to use this for something. I just don't know what. I don't know, maybe like the pretty dailies, instead of using the Moleskine, use this one. It could be for October and November because it's an A5. I mean, it's a slim. And then I've got this because that's this is just something I want to use because it's just a freaking nice. This is from Chic Sparrow. So we shall see, guys. Thank you for chilling with me. I gotta go rewatch that video I just uploaded. It's like 100. It's an hour and 7 minutes. Yeah, because it's stuff from last night and then this morning. So it's combined and it's very big. So yeah, I don't think I have an intro to it. So I just right away just start talking. Anyhow, friends, I thank you so very much for watching and God bless you. I will catch you probably in another video throughout the day. Take care. Happy Friday.